All right, got my last
All right, show
item
me, Buster. What do you
here.
got?
Um, this is going to be a two-parter because they're similar.
Hmm.
So I don't know if you knew this, but Abraham Lincoln would sign two different
Stop.
ways. He
Stop.
would he would sign his full name on
Okay.
official documents, and
Uh-huh.
he would sign his shorthand A. Lincoln on non-official
I
documents.
love it.
So
Okay.
this was the appointment of the Postmaster General for a state
Whoa. All right, that's cool.
in his
Hmm.
first term, and it's the only 10.
Hmm.
So it's a
Damn, that's
10
good grade,
Lincoln.
sir.
Uh, and I don't know if you can see, but if you hold it up to the light on the back, you can sort
Uh,
of see the
looks like
red
a
in the
seal.
seal still,
Yeah. Sick.
you know, after almost 200 years. And then this would be an example of his shorthand, just A. Lincoln. This was an approval for someone who wanted to basically be promoted during the Civil War. They were
Uh,
writing to the Attorney General. So this was all in the original person's hand. And back in the day,
uh,
they would all write on the same letter. This is like someone forwarded an email twice, and it got to
right.
President
With all
Lincoln
the different. Yeah. Cool.
because it would start with the guy who's writing to the Attorney General. He
Yeah.
basically begged the Attorney General to use his influence with it. On one of these
Mm,
pages, it says, use your like influence with Mr. Lincoln, which is
mm,
crazy to like refer to him as an active member of society. Uh, and then the Attorney General replied and gave some recommendations to Lincoln. And then
mm.
Lincoln wrote, submitted to the Secretary of War and General in Chief, A. Lincoln. And then he got the
Wow.
promotion in the Civil
Dude.
War. But yeah, so it's basically like an email forwarded chain that got approved by Lincoln at the end.
That's sick. All right, you win.
There is no winning.
That's good.
The real winner is Mantle because we're sharing all these
True.
items on there, and
That's a better
a
point.
lot of other people are too. There's been some really cool stuff shared on there, and I think it's the very beginning of it. What's
Mm.
been your favorite thing, or favorite sort of time spent on the platform, albeit that it's so young.
I like what a varied group of collectors are on there, right? Because you've got folks who are super ambitious, hardcore, like long term collectors of like, pretty common type stuff. But then you also have the haphazard, like, hey, I just found these things. Like, what do you think? Or hey, here's this really esoteric, specific card that I love, and here's why. And we made a conscious effort to not pigeonhole early and not say like, hey, this is only for basketball cards, right? This is a platform where collectors can come on and find anything. And then as the community builds over time, we can obviously start to focus and drill down more in specific areas. But it's what is so clear to me is that this hobby, the hobby, is it's so much bigger. We usually talk about it shorthand with like maybe cards, but like the hobby of collecting is so rich and diverse and different, and it's great. I mean, I just I love living vicariously through these threads and through these conversations, and I certainly love seeing Evan. Shout out to Evan, CEO, just in the comments, in the conversations, and really like being a part of the community from day one. Which I've always said that was the secret sauce to Reddit. I was the biggest power user for like a decade, and you got to host the party, right? If you're trying to build any kind of community event, you got to show up, you got to be there and be engaged. And I love seeing them and making me
I
want to go
love it.
post right now.
I love it. Yeah, you should share the. You should put like the top five. I'll do the same. Put like the top
Yes.
five in the
Okay,
thing and be
deal.
like, uh,
Here's what
you
we
know,
got.
explanations on the way.
Deal. Awesome.
Love it. All right, everybody, get your usernames on Mantle, and we'll see you there.
Awesome. Thank you, Buster. Thanks, everybody.